Hi guys, welcome to this session on SharePoint libraries. What I want to talk about in this module is how you can create a template document and have it appear on the new item list. So what I've got on the screen is a library with one file in it. What I want when I click on new, I want to edit this library so that I have a template in here ready to use for all these document types. So instead of going new Word, new Excel, etc., it'll just be one item and you'll click on that and then that will be the start point for that document. So first of all, I'm going to click in this list and so first of all, I'm going to click on new, drop the arrow down and edit the menu. So first of all, let's get rid of some of this. I'm taking these off. I don't want people to be able to do any of this like so. I'll save that. And then when I go back to new, nothing's there. But I can add a template. So let's do that. So click on add template and it will navigate to your computer folder. So in there, I've got one that I've just done called project template. That's what I've just done. I'll open that. So it will upload that file and then add it into the new option. So there it is. So when I click on that, instead of just a blank Excel file, it's going to give me that template which is already formatted and set up like so. And then I can just utilize this and I'll just call this one Steve. Give it a name at the top there. Steve. Click away, close its Excel down, and then that becomes there. And I've also got some columns already formatted at the end here that need to be checked. But if I do another new one, same again, pick that, loads it up. It's already set up, ready to go. You just need to change the name. And then that will be in your list, ready to use. Close that down. And then it sits there. So that's just a very quick video of how you can create a template, add a template to the new menu in a library, and also how to get rid of the things that's in there already. Now, once you've created a template, it doesn't stop you doing a new folder. So I'm just going to create a new folder in this library. So I'll just call it testing for an example and give it a color, give it red, create that folder. So I've created a folder, it's called testing. You still have the same structure. If I go into testing and upload a file, so there's no files there at the moment, but if I upload a file, any old file will do. So let's go and upload a file. All the library settings are the same. You can see the ones are there from before that I've edited. When I go to new in this folder option, it's picking up the same restrictions as the top level library settings. So these are out. All the Word document, new Word documents, Excel documents, etc. are all missing. They're not there because I've taken them off in the top level. So in Excel, that's a library name. They're off in there. So any folders that you create are just picking up the same information. So if you don't want that to happen, don't take them all off. So you could create more templates and just have them available for multiple folders. But remember, SharePoint likes libraries rather than lots of folders, because when you go into a folder, you can see the path there. Look, there's a restriction of 500 characters, so that's quite a long-winded path already. And if you add another folder underneath that, that gets really, really big and really, really clunky. So it's not ideal to create folder upon folder upon folder like you might have done in Windows Explorer in the past. Create new libraries, restrict what you can do in the library with permissions, and change the actual new option so you can only get what you want people to get. So hopefully that was of use. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you the next one.